G'day traders, John from Crypto Candlestick Trading doing an update on Bitcoin and the crypto markets. We've got some movement. Look at this. So Bitcoin here on the daily chart has broken through the 50-day moving average, and we can see there's a bit of stopping volume on here, and we seem to have like come down to that level there and brought back a little bit. So I'll just open it right up so we can kind of see where we're at with volume and the candles as well. So here we can see at the top here, we've got a nice push up, good volume supporting that as well. But here, look at this, we've got a massive big push. This to me looks like exuberance right from the start. Then have a look at what happened. You know, this to me looks like a trap. When we see buyers buying up really heavily like this, you know, at the top, we usually see there's like a stall or a delay or even a reversal. And here's what we had here, and also what we had over here. And then, you know, we can kind of see the result, what happened after there. We got a lot of indecision after that. And then here we've got a massive volume candle with no movement. This here is also saying that there's something wrong with this bull market in the advance. You know, we've got some really good volume here. But here's another one. You know, this is the biggest volume out of, you know, like all the sideways chop. Here's the biggest volume, and it's engulfing at the top. And, you know, I never like to buy engulfings at the top because usually those, you know, signify to me, you know, potential reversal. And this is exactly what we've got. We've got an engulfing to the south side straight away and trading to the south. And then here, we've got like a 20% candle again. And then look at this massive, massive selling that happened here. So here it opened up, you know, as soon as this one closed, it opened up there, traded north, looking green. Everyone's in, you know, excited and buying. Yeah, you know, things are looking great, Bitcoin. Then it's gone down and turned red. And now, you know, then the sellers came in. But have a look at this. This is big money selling this here. And it's gone up here again. Now big money selling again. These are distribution days. And have a look at them here. And, you know, we've got more and more distribution days stacking up. Usually I find that if we got 2 or 3 distribution days in, say, 2 weeks, 10 days to 2 weeks, that's enough to turn a trend. Now have a look at how many distribution days we've got here. You know, this market could do anything, but this is saying to me that, you know, this is a heavy selling environment at the moment anyway. And here we are. So we've closed, we're now below 3 moving averages, and you know, who knows where we're going to head to from here. But so far, you know, judging by the looks of this, the divergence, the massive selling here, you know, all this selling action that's happening up the top here, the exuberance at the top there, now closing below the 50. You know, I would not want to be owning this whatsoever. You know, this is a seller's environment. This isn't a buyer's environment. And, you know, here, you know, I put a post up there on Facebook the other day, and this here would have been the first entry. You know, and my son always gives me a hard time about looking at, you know, the weekly charts and the daily charts. He always looks, you know, well, wants to look at the 1 minute chart and 2 minute charts, whereas, you know, you get your entries from here and you stop so close, you know, by looking at these longer term time frames. Even here on the weekly time frame, if you know, like this one here opened up these major, you know, resistance area, and here we've opened up again the very next week, Monday morning, 10 o'clock, and then we've traded green. Things are looking good. Now, as soon as we turned red here, that was my indication there to start looking for shorts, you know, on this one here. Now, I didn't get that from the 5 minute chart. I got that from the weekly chart. This here is the weekly chart, 1 week. And so, anyway, so that would have been my entry right there, bang, or, you know, like I was looking at entries right from there, you know, as soon as that turned around from there. And I'm not really all that interested in trading Bitcoin, to be honest, because, you know, we can see the Bitcoin here moved up to there, and, you know, it probably went about, you know, 20% or whatever it was. Whereas we're looking at other ones, other cryptos, and they've gone up like 300%. And so that's the sort of move I want. It is in the other cryptos anyway. So anyway, that's it. Having a look at the weekly chart there. So let's just have a look on the daily chart. And, you know, so here we are, you know, back on the daily chart. Whereabouts could we actually go to? Now, what's a realistic kind of a area? Actually, I'm just going to take these drawings off. I've probably got one there. Yep, here. So anyway, previous resistance gone through, becomes new support. And so the first area that we're looking for after breaking the 50, which all big fund managers and, you know, massive money follows the 50 in most cases anyway. And so down here, yeah, this is probably about the first target that I'll be looking for, but we've got massive weakness, you know, like this is very, very strong support, but we've got massive weakness. You know, it'll be interesting to see what we do here, but, you know, so far I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it for longs, and yeah, you know, it's definitely a long environment. Okay, that's enough for Bitcoin. Let's move on. We'll go have a quick look at Ethereum. And Ethereum, the same sort of thing. Like, have a look at this. So I was actually looking at Ethereum for up here for shorts. And the reason why is because all this massive selling action. Let's just open this up again. You know, here, like, you know, we've got dojis at the top, you know, massive reversal. Here, have a look at this massive buying and then huge amount of selling at the end there. Dojis, you know, exuberance almost. then we're coming across here in dojis and then down, and then have a look at the massive selling that happened here, and then massive selling that happened here as well. Dojis engulfing, and now we're closing below 3 moving averages with one candle. So I'll just move those drawings away so we can see it a little bit better. So here we've sold off, but a lot of buying has come back in. But I don't think this is, so far what this looks to me is big money selling, and retail traders are still trying to push this up. I promise you, big institutions are not buying this sort of an entry here. This is not an entry. This is a trap for to put retail traders in so they can drive it down further. Well, that's what happens 9 times out of 10 with this kind of thing anyway. We can see this sort of thing here. Up the top in these kind of areas here where it pulls down. Here it's similar, but not not the same, not as aggressive. But we can definitely see that. Actually, I'll just see if I can draw one more thing over here, and we're going to start from down around about here. Yeah, there's that trend line there. And is there another trend line in here? Yeah, there is. Yeah, that's the one that I'm after. So I'll get rid of this first one here because that second one seems to make more sense to me. Yeah, so in here, I was actually looking for shorts, and but here we've got a trend line, 1, 2, 3, 4 touches, and then we've broken through, and now we've come back and retested that same trend line, and then have a look at what's happened. So, and then just opening it up here, having a look at the volume, we've got good volume on the increase there, but we've got declining volume up here. What's happened? And as soon as we've got that declining volume, have a look, it kind of rolled over a little bit, and then we've got massive distribution, big sellers, big money were taking profits here. And then we've got another increase on declining volume. There's something wrong. A big push here, but look at the selling. A lot of selling happened in the top there. And we've gone up the top. Here we've got an engulfing at the top. We know what what happens to them. Not very much. Here we've got an engulfing off that trend line, which I would have been interested in probably. But in saying that, I would have been interested in it looking at this chart. Knowing where Bitcoin is, I would not have been interested in it because Bitcoin was about to hit 25,000. So I don't like to trade pretty much any other cryptos when Bitcoin is near a major intersection. And up there and then down. Yep. So there we go. That's so that was Ethereum, Litecoin. Now let's have a look at DOT. DOT, same thing again. Breaking that down, that uptrending line. Nice. Another engulfing, and then look at this closing below major moving averages. But we've had a lot of buying coming back into the market there too, though. Some exciting things happening in the crypto market, but one thing that I haven't seen in the crypto market, which I've experienced many times before, is this slow, and even this isn't it. Like when we see a long, slow, sideways action sort of thing that gets really tight sort of trading, we haven't really seen that yet with Bitcoin, and usually we do get that. So here, Phil is still sitting on. So this is actually, not looking anywhere near as bad as what the others did. So we've got previous resistance, nice solid supportive resistance there. And here we've got support on the 50 and previous resistance. But I don't like this candle. I don't like this setup. Here we've got exuberance. No, all this is wrong. This is all saying, this is all big money so far. Or actually not all. The majority of this is big money luring in amateur traders to buy so that they can take profits up at these levels. That's just the way I'm seeing it up here. There's so much selling and stuff that's happening up there. Have a look at this in the overbought conditions as well. 20% candles. Look at this massive big push on monster volume, and then 50% sold off. Big money was up there pushing this up so that they could get all the retail traders in, and then started selling up here. All the retail traders, so now all retail traders are holding the bag all the way down to here. So it depends on how far big money take it down to. And here, look at this. This is the test. They're testing to see how much is, how much selling and buying is in the way. So now they've done that test there, they can push it a little bit lower. Now they've done another test. Let's push it a little lower. That's what usually happens anyway. So let's just wait and see. One thing I can see down here with these lows, we've got massive big push down here, but we've got massive big buying. Like this is stopping volume here. And then we come down and we've done like retest to just like, this is a like liquidity grab. Big money will see that there's stop losses below this low here and come down and pick them up because they want the cheap coin. And then they can see there's plenty of stop losses below here. So they come down for one last one before the takeoff. But here, have a look at this here. This is a long-legged doji. And, straight away, that turned the trend. That was the turn of the trend. So keep your eye out for these long-legged dojis. You see them often, that turn the trend. I think that'll probably do, actually. I'll just do one or two more. ICP. I do like this one. I want to see where this one's going to go because this was $250 at one stage. Now it's only $5. I think this was the one. Let me just double check. I don't want to Don't want to be leading anyone astray. No way, this isn't it. No, that's only 82 bucks. I can't remember which one it was. It wasn't ICP. Phil, I think it was. FIL. So let's just have a look at this one here. So yeah, that's what I was talking about. Look, have a look at this. So here's a 20% candle. So straight away we can see that there's something wrong with that. You know, like it's a massive push, but then it's pulled back. You know, on previous, not quite support, but you know, it is sort of. We've had a massive push here, but we can see that selling started coming in at the top here, especially this one here. And then we've got, but look at this, we've got declining volume on the selling side, which is pretty good for another push, which we got, and then it just, you know, collapsed after that. But anyway, $2.50, and we're down to $6, you know, $6.25, and we've found massive resistance on massive volume. You know, this could come back down again. If this comes down again, you know, like I will be looking for, you know, entries in the lows, you know, but then again, I'm doing that anyway. Like I'm doing a thing called dollar cost averaging. So even when we're down here in the lows, like, you know, if I got spare money that's come in from trading or from, you know, income from wherever, I usually like put any extra money into, you know, whatever is showing reversals or whatever I think is extremely cheap, or, you know, just putting in, you know, a couple of $100 in here, a couple of $100 in there. So, you know, just so that when we do get that run, you know, from, you know, with that 100 to 1 run, or, you know, 10 to 1 run, or whatever it's going to be, you know, I'm in, and I've got a little bit more in my account. Here, support breakthrough, massive, and then we come up here and we've got resistance already at these kind of levels. You know, this to me looks like a good place to go short, but we're talking about Solana here. You know, that's $27, and that was, so Solana was $240. It's now $27, and it was down to $8. You know, or somewhere down in that $8 mark. So, you know, and Solana is a big mover. But so far, what do we know about this? We've got support, breakthrough, and now we've got resistance. What usually happens after that? We just continue the downtrend, usually. So, you know, anything can happen, but this is showing signs of going down further. Let's just see if we can draw a trend line up here. You know, that to me looks like a very downwards downtrend. You don't get much more convincing than that. Anyway, so I like Solana. I do want to, you know, load up on Solana as well. So here we've got $5, and the peak was $80. So that's the one we're just on. So anyway, traders, I'll leave it at that. We're 12 minutes in. Anyway, yeah, have a look at Bitcoin. It's broken through the lows. Let's see what happens. All right, traders, I hope you have a good day. And if you have any questions with your charts, please let me know. More than happy to help out with charts. And I'll talk to you again soon. See ya.